Okay.
Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Of course, before we begin, we always want to remember, not always, but remember the date of today's date. I know if you're like me, you've been writing 9/11. And of course, it's been 23 years since that day that our life in the world as we know it was changed forever. So we want to keep those families in prayer and never ever forget the lives that were lost in that catastrophic situation. But I came on today for a very few minutes, and I mean very few, just so you can be prepared and set your alarm clocks on tomorrow. Tomorrow, we have a special segment. We know due to the debate last night, we didn't have the regular Village Peace Talk show. And then, because my birthday is next Tuesday, we're not doing the Village Peace Talk show. So we're doing a special segment tomorrow at 12 noon. Make sure you set your alarm clocks, address your schedules, and all of that good stuff. But because the subject matter is so
Yes, Chandra, you're breaking up right now. Can you hear me? Hello, everyone. My name is Kay Chapman. I am here with the phenomenal Chandra Stringer, and I believe she may have been disconnected, but we are here live and ready to share some important information with all of you. So just give us one moment, and she will be back.
Yeah, my whole internet just went out. Whoo, breathe.
Okay, okay. Glad to have you back.
Oh
I didn't
my
want to just start talking. I
gosh.
was like, oh, we have a lot to talk about, but I didn't want to be team
Yeah,
takeover
this is
either.
crazy. Like I have like no idea what happened, you guys. I'm gonna say this. I'm using this MacBook, and this thing really it really is doing some stuff now. Let me just make sure. Let me just make sure I am on. Okay, so anyway, we're back. Okay. Yeah. So she has and it's so funny, you guys, those that watch me and follow me, I do talk about wealth and wealth creation and asset protection, have been for a long time, but just recently these last 90 days really have been really personally doing some due diligence and things. And so I really want you guys to tell everybody, do a lunch and learn tomorrow, whatever you need to do. But I want you to hear from her so you can hear about some of the things, very small things that they'll talk about tomorrow, but also they have an event coming up in November. So we want to dive into that. So welcome to the platform, my good friend and prayer
Yes.
partner and all that good stuff, Kalia.
Yes.
Tell the audience who you are.
Yes, my name is Kalila, aka K Chapman. I am a native Floridian from West Palm Beach. My hometown is West Palm Beach, but I am now here in Port St. Lucie for about 15 years now, believe it or not. And
Whoa.
yeah, it's been a long time. And I'm,
Yes.
I'm a realtor with Keller Williams, and I started this journey back in 2017
Mhm.
as a full time realtor. And I have watched real estate evolve. And now
Mhm.
that we're on this mission to empower clients to secure their legacies and make informed decisions that will protect their financial futures. So
Yeah.
tomorrow you will be hearing from myself and also Marlon Brommer. He is an attorney with the Brommer firm. And we did do a webinar last year on estate planning, probate, and wills, because there are a lot of myths about, when it comes to estate planning. So we're just here to bring you the right information and to fill in the gaps. So tomorrow at noon, we will be here just empowering everyone with knowledge, information, so that way you can understand what wealth building is or how to continue your legacy. And it's just a comprehensive conversation overall. And I think it's a conversation that we don't have a lot of times, that we need to have, when it comes to those things like sweeping in front of your own front door. Like, what exactly are you building? Like, now is the season to build. And so we're excited. Our upcoming event is November 2nd at the Embassy by Hilton on Belvedere Road. And we just had our Power Your Legacy Youth Edition August 24th in Port St. Lucie at Keller Williams. And that was a phenomenal event. It was for the youth, but parents came as well. And the feedback was amazing. Like, the parents were like, oh my gosh, I learned so much myself. And that is really what it's about, because we're entering or have entered the Great Wealth Transfer. And if most of you don't know what that is, I really advise you to Google it, because it's trillions of dollars being transferred from baby boomers to all the gens, the Gen Xers, which I'm a Gen X, and the millennials, also the Zers and the Alpha. So we need to know and how to inherit this wealth. So that's what this is all about.
Yes. And Kalia, you how long we've been knowing each other?
Oh gosh, that's a great question.
I think we're finna date ourselves.
Yeah, like, I know we worked at the Urban League, and that was years ago.
Yeah, so I'm going to say it had to be around. Oh my goodness, when did I leave Coca-Cola? I left Coca-Cola in 2003, so it had to be around 2003. 2003, because 2020 2006 is when I went to work for United Way, and I was in the nonprofit space before I went there. So I'm going to say it had to be around 2003. So that's 21 years.
About 20 years. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We've always had a great relationship.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I just love and appreciate you so much. You already know that.
Same here. Same here. And so we often talk when we do, and this, I feel like Lacey and our conversation with how we go, we'll go for months, not physically seeing each other, not necessarily not talking, but not physically seeing each other. And we'll pick up where we left off, because I think while you are, I was born in Florida, but raised in Mississippi and been back here for 30 some years. Our paths have journeyed so much similar, different, but yet similar. And so this journey that you're on, what sparked that? I want people to know that this is not a get quick scheme that you just came up with. So can you talk a little bit about that?
I can without getting too emotional. Yesterday was our dad's birthday. So we lost our dad a year ago, May 24th. And he became ill in 2017. And my siblings and we all get along. Like, we were on a Zoom call last night for 2 hours, and I shared with them, we just had our therapeutic session, is what I call it. And a lot of stories and memories and things of that sort. So what happened was, when we found out that our dad, he had colon cancer, and we all sat down with him. We're like, okay, what are your plans? Do you have an estate plan? And so my dad was like, I'll get back to you. So with me just getting into real estate, I said, well, let me see how deep this goes in real estate. And I started learning about probate. And then I got my certification as a certified probate expert. And then I started dealing with the families. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really a huge challenge within our families, because Marlon and I work on cases together with families, and it is not pretty. It's just not pretty. I mean, you're talking about siblings that are fighting, things that come up during childhood. One sibling may have an attorney, the other one's getting an attorney, and it's for the same estate. They're all there. Yeah, so it gets very, very ugly, and it's sad to see it sometimes,
Mhm.
and to the point that I really have to put my foot down and say, hey,
Yeah.
I'm here representing the estate. I need you all on board, because if this is what we're going to do, now you have to pay me more, because you're going to pay me for my time. So I
Right.
usually cut it and nip it in the bud really good. But a
Mhm.
lot of times, it just goes that I think it goes back to the misconception about probate. And I'll
Mhm.
give you an example. I know I'm veering off a
That's
little bit.
okay. That's okay. No, 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 no. That's fine.
Yeah, but it really started with my dad. I have to say it's because of him, and I shared with my family last night, and we had conversations in passing that the event that we have coming up on November 2nd, Marlon he's actually giving away a free estate plan, a comprehensive estate
Mhm.
plan to a
Mhm.
family. So even though the event is for children, the
Mhm.
parents must be present. It is a free event, and we are looking for sponsors.
Okay. 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 Hint, 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 hint.
And so we're in partnership with Rise Above Youth Center, which Chandra
Mhm.
helped us form. And so we've had it for well over, wow, 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been
I
part of this.
feel old.
Yeah. So I was laying in the bed one morning a few weeks ago. And I know Marlon said, okay, I'm going to, he'll be able to in kind, the comprehensive estate plan. So that includes a trust. It includes a will, last will and testament. It includes a power of attorney, healthcare directive. So it's everything that you need to help you
Mhm.
avoid probate. And
Right.
that's really top tier. That's where you want to be.
Right.
And
Mhm.
so that's when James and I we finally got our trust. And I was like, hey, let's just keep this moving. Let's
Mhm.
empower, our people to
Right.
understand why they need it. So
Mhm.
long story short, I feel like how we talk on the phone.
Yeah,
And
I know. And
you
that's what's supposed to be. It's supposed to be we create an awareness so people will have an aha moment. Because
yeah.
I was sharing with someone this morning, away with the facade, away with, hey, you want to do this and do this and flip, flip. No.
Mm-mm.
Let's be real with people. And I love it because guess what? We're coming into the holidays. We got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, and a lot of times, let's face this, and we're really going to dive into tomorrow. I really wanted people to hear so their wheels can start turning to ask these questions, because sometimes some things come up before the event. Right. So
Yeah.
you don't want to
Right.
necessarily wait. And so I was like, you know what? Let's jump on the day before. So because it is out of my norm, to have a daytime. I've done it in the past so people can be aware, so they can say, hey, y'all, we're going to plan our lunch around this particular show. But people may have emergencies now, right? And
Right.
then the holiday time, a lot of times somebody didn't bring the potato salad or the dressing, and folks fall out, I mean,
Mhm.
over simple stuff. And so we want to get ahead of it. We want to be proactive and not reactive. And so I am so excited to be able to host you guys tomorrow right
Yeah.
here on the Village Speaks Talk Show. And I'm equally excited to help support where I can, the event you have coming up. And it's just, you guys, y'all know me. You know me. Look at my face. Come closer. Okay. When I decide to push something, that means I've done my due diligence. For the most part, I'm not perfect. I have some little slip ups every now and again. But this person I know, genuinely know, for real, I know. And
Mhm.
I need you guys, one, to be in attendance tomorrow. You, your coworkers, tell everybody, just like y'all share everything else, right? And then also when the flyer comes out for the event date, make sure your families are present. This is so critical. We can talk about what we need, we could talk about what we should have, but until we make pen and paper and put something in place to do something about it, it means, and that's not a three, it means nothing. Any last comments, friend, in regards to our
Yes.
time tomorrow, or anything else
No.
you want the audience to know?
No, I love what you're saying. We get to have a plan, and
Yes.
that's what it's all about. But the one thing I did want to share with you, I was
Mhm.
I was lying in the bed, and it God revealed to me. He said the estate plan that we're, sharing,
Yes.
with someone that is going to, of course, be excited about it, because I mean, who can't? Because a trust, all of that is well over $4,000.
Definitely.
But God laid in my spirit, do it in honor of your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately started crying. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. So I came outside and I was sitting on the patio where I am now.
Mm-hmm.
And I called my mom, I called my siblings, and I said, what do you think about this? Because I want to get your blessings before we do it.
Yes.
And I told them last night, I was like, I need you all. I need your support. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's painful when you lose someone, but when you don't
Yeah.
have life insurance,
Yes.
when you don't
Mm-hmm.
know what to do, you need, and in case of emergency, if
Yes.
something happens to me today, most of our information is in this phone. A lot of our
Mm-hmm.
information is in this phone. You know, these are
Mm-hmm.
digital assets, what they call it. How is your family going to be able to access
Yeah.
your
Mm-hmm.
assets?
Mm-hmm.
Access your assets. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's critical. That's critical. I know. I had to tell my daughter, and we'll definitely end on this. I had to tell my daughter she's 28, and living her best life, and I'm so proud of her. And I scanned emailed her my life insurance policies
Hmm.
because I'm like, as much stuff as I have, child, that girl would know where to look. I mean, wouldn't wouldn't
Yeah.
know where to begin. She'll be in there fussing and telling me off, and I'm going on to be with Jesus, and I said, listen, and we talk like this because we text, but when we talk, we always prelude, ain't nothing wrong. I'm just, so I said, hey, ain't nothing wrong, but I need to tell you this. You're going to get an email from me, and it's going to be my life insurance policies. And when I
Hmm.
changed one of them, I told her, I said, that number, whatever, take that one out. That's no longer valid. This is the new one. This is the new number. And I also let her know the terms of those policies. Like, if anything happened to me before you get 50, you're gonna be well off. Don't try to catch it now. But if anything happens after 50, now this is what you're gonna get. So it doesn't, it doesn't, I plan on living a long time. That's my plan. But reality is we don't know, right? And so I have found when I make money planning, estate planning, trust, with all of those things, common language, I'm not fearful of them. I'm
Hmm.
not scared to talk about it. And I understand it really shows how much I love my child, that I would not put her through something, that she's not prepared to handle.
Absolutely. And that's what I tell people. Like, if you don't plan, right, that's still part of your legacy.
Mhm. Mhm.
If you don't, if your family isn't prepared, and I know we don't like having those conversations. Last week, Alton and I, we were driving down to Boynton, riding together, and I asked him, like, what are your wishes? And that's a hard
Mhm.
conversation to have with your child.
Right.
And he's
Yeah.
like, I want this, and this is how I want it to be done. I was like,
Mhm.
okay. Now I haven't had that conversation with my daughters just yet. I said I'll start with the oldest and work my way down.
Mhm.
But another thing, I do have power of attorney over, for my children. So that's something else that
Yes.
we can talk about tomorrow too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, friend, thank you so much. I got to get ready for another.
Okay, yeah.
We slid this one in. You guys, on a serious note, if you're watching this now or later, this is going to be on my personal page and the Village Speaks Talks page. I'm going to be starting to try to do this a little bit more frequently so we can I can start sharing this, and I'm not having to share it the other way. But please, I beg of you, do me this favor. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow at 12 noon. Take your lunch break with us. Okay. You can eat. We can't see you. Okay. So you can still be chewing and writing and chewing,
Right.
however
Yeah,
you need to do it. But thank you so much, friend, for
you're
taking this quick
welcome.
moment
I
to be
love
with
you.
me. I love you more. And I look forward to connecting with you. And I almost said Pastor Marlon. My goodness. Attorney Marlon.
Attorney Marley. He is a man of faith.
Yes, 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 yes. So I look
Maybe his
forward to
next
connecting.
follow.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I look forward to connect with you guys
All right.
tomorrow. And I'll see you guys. For those that follow me, I'll see y'all on Locker Room Talk. But wait a minute, while I got your attention, y'all gotta slide through tomorrow at 4:30. Listen here, it's going down. Tomorrow on Blessed Boulevard, we have some of the awesome vendors. We got Granny B's, we got Angel Edge Expression. Sherman is already here at Foster's Barbecue. We have Unk Sauce. We're going to have Nick and Jazzy Sweets. Y'all, I'm saving my sweets for my birthday. I already told her, listen, I can't do you. I got a big back and a big stomach. That is is not a good combination. Okay. So, but anyway, and then we have Indent Media with the one and only gosh, I can't think of her name right now. Anyway, she's gonna be here with her coloring books. Y'all gotta come and support that. Nicole Denise, thank you. Y'all gotta come and support that sister. And someone told me there's gonna be some sauce on Bless Boulevard tomorrow. Y'all know I don't eat the meat sauce, but I know when I did eat it from this one particular person, it was good. 4:30 tomorrow, 2620 North Australian Avenue in the beautiful city of West Palm Beach, Florida, right here on Bless Boulevard. They're going to be in Suite 106. Make sure you stop by, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at Locker Room Talk at 6:30, 6:35, and then 12 noon on the Village Speaks Talk Show. And everybody, that's somebody, that's anybody going to be here at 4:30 tomorrow for the Bless Boulevard pop-up shop. See y'all later.
Yes. Bye. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.